Well, good evening guys. I'm Sanjay Chopra and today I'm going to tell you about a great man's story. The few years back, the guy came from the Calcutta to Delhi on his own foot. The question is here, nobody knows about him in this area. What he has done, what he's doing for humanity. But the question is that how we can get to know about the Mr. Guru life. Well, I met him the few years back at the center, and my student, Miss Priya Bobby, who came to me, sir, there's a guy who wants to speak with you, who wants to learn something. What, he wants to learn something from me? He's a music teacher, sir. He needs in language. Okay, no problem. Then the Priya Bobby brought him, in the next class, Mr. Guru. Then I got to ask him a couple of questions. What about you, sir? And he told me nothing. Only just few lines told me, yes, I want to join a class in the chopra. You want to teach her? I want. Then next day, he didn't come to my class. Then I got, her number, means Priya Bhagini number. Priya Bhagini gave, Mr. Guru number. And I asked, I kept asking Priya Bhagini, that Priya, why Mr. Guru not coming to my class? Then she says, sir, I don't know, you have to talk. I have, his number, and you can talk. Then Priya Bhagini gave me, his number. I called him up, and I asked him, where are you, sir? Then he told me, no, Mr. Chopra, I don't have time, I'm busy. I'll talk to you later. Okay. I thought that means Mr. Guru not impressed by my English. So, next day, Priya Bhagini came and told me, Mr. Guru opened his new academy, the School of Music, and in the sir. You can meet them over there. I decided to go. Yes, of course, I want to meet him. Then after a few days, I came, and here, this is a big studio where Mr. Guru is teaching right now. And all the students are being trained by him, the small studio. Then I met him the second meeting here, right studio. Right now I'm the preaching, I'm telling you about Mr. Guru life, and here I'm standing. Then I gotta ask him, Mr. Guru, tell me something about your personal life. He refused to me, no, Mr. Guru, I cannot tell you because I don't start friendship, within 2 or 3 days. First, I want to judge a person, what you are, what you can, and what you can do something for my life. Then third meeting, fourth meeting, and fifth meeting that he told me something. Mr. Chopra, I came the few years back from Calcutta to Delhi. The British journey on foot. I've been surprised on foot. What are you saying, Mr. Guru? It's true. Yes, it's true. I didn't believe. Then he showed me his cutting, his newspaper cuttings and everything. And then I believed, yes, Mr. Guru, really you have done a great work. I've been surprised. How? Mr. Guru, really it's true? They said, yes, sir, I have done something. And I didn't believe. Then most of the people, he's a great fan, Ashok. I met him. And he told me something about, a great man. Then I could ask him, Mr. Guru, I want to walk with you with the NGO. I believe also humanity. I believe Tagore lines, walk alone. When you call someone and someone doesn't come for your help, then walk alone. And he recited this line. I got his idea. Mr. Guru, I can do if you want to me with you. Then he says, yes, you can, Mr. Chopra, but what you can do for me? I don't believe your words, Mr. Chopra, because words is nothing. The practical life is very important. And what you are doing? I'm saying, sir, I'm a simple teacher, English teacher, I'm teaching in my academy. Then he says, okay, what you can do? So next day, Mr. Guru called me and saw here at studio. Then we decided to go to the government school. And he sent me, I've been there, I got a couple of signs over there, the principals, and I told Mr. Guru, yes, the principal wants to meet you, Mr. Guru. They told me, yes, we'll go after some time, not right now. Then one more story I want to tell you. A great, means it's so pathetic story, so pathetic, you know. A guy passing through front of his studio, and Mr. Gray saw him, and he came here in the studio and told Mr. Gray that why you are crying. Then he says, sir, my son is hospitalized. Ames Hospital. I need money, sir, at least 85,000 rupees. Mr. Gray also started, you know, to vape. And the guy also told story. Mr. Gray also understood the story. And Mr. Gray will ask him, sir, what can I do for you? Then he asked him to give me money. Mr. Gray thought that means in Delhi, the most of people, they are fraud and are cheaters. Why have to give you money? Then Mr. Gray says, okay, do one thing, bring the documents, Ames documents, and where you have to assure us that you are a trustable guy. Mr. Gray didn't refuse to him. Mr. Gray, again I'm saying guys, Mr. Gray didn't refuse to him. That is called humanity, because most of guys in Delhi, they say no, just get out of here. We don't have free money and charitable institution here. I am a guy, I don't have money. But Mr. Gray didn't refuse to him. And next day, the guy brought some stuff, the documents with him. And Mr. Gray read all of them. Mr. Gray called me, Mr. Chopra, I want to see my office within the 2 or 3 hours. I told him, okay sir, I'll be there, don't worry. Then Ashok, his friend, me, and Amar G, he has a office beside our office. And we were sitting here. And the guy who needed money, who was sitting beside me, the next chair. Then Mr. Gray started, ask the question to him. That, why we have to trust you that you are not lying? They say, sir, I'm not lying. That we saw all the documents. And Mr. Gray will ask me, Mr. Chopra, we have to help this guy because right now his son needs the money. If money we give, if we support him, so his son, it's gonna be alive. I'm going to say, the rejuvenate, a rebirth, reincarnation. Amarji, Ashokji, and me, we told Mr. Gray, it's total up to you, sir. You are president of the NGO, the group. We are supporting you. And sir, it's total up to you. Then he says, yes, Mr. Chopra, I want to give you money. If you guys not giving from your pocket, I will give from my pocket. No problem. Then I've been surprised. That means a guy in the Delhi, nobody wants to give 10 rupee and a guy gave you 10,000 rupee. My goodness, my gracious. I've been surprised. In Delhi, nobody gives 10 rupee, my dear friends. 10 rupees. And the guy gave 10,000 rupee to him in front of our eyes. I saw, I'm evidence. And I've been surprised. Wow, great. Amarji also been surprised that Mr. Gray gave the 10,000 rupee. And then I'm surprised. One thing more, guys, I want to tell you. We went to government school to collect the money, and what we heard from the schools, just get the hell out of here, school. We don't have charity fund. You are cheaters, fraud. And Mr. Gray asked all the staff. Mr. Gray asked all the staffs that you teachers, you are teachers, a national builder. And there was a lady, Mrs. Meglani. Oh, no, Milani, no, Mrs. Punia, sorry. Name you cut off that. Sorry, guys. Mrs. Punia, not Meglani. Now she's no more, she's died, she's in heaven, we are in hell. She was a good friend, she was very good to me. But what happened, when I went to her and I told a story, then what she told me, Mr. Chopra, don't do this kind of business. It means my best friend who said to me, don't do this kind of business. I gonna ask her, ma'am, we have a problem, a trouble, a guy, a small kid, the 2 years, a baby who's dying. Please help her. And all the stuff, that they stood against us. They thought that we are lying. Then Mr. Gurey, told that here everybody, the castle in the air, nobody asking, the 2 years baby in the hospital. That's Miss Humanity. Nobody asked me that, how's the boy? How's the life? We are just making the stupid and concoction stories in this school right now. That's Miss Humanity. You never ever asked me one time, how's the kid? Where's the parents? We talk to them. And only just castle in the air. Everybody shocked. Everybody keep quiet. My friend Bunia, she was keep quiet. She didn't get an answer to Mr. Gurey. Then I stood up and thumped the table. The teachers like you cannot teach very well. Because if you don't have humanity, so what you can do? Nothing. And then, since that day, I got to know something. These kind of guys, and what vision, and what motto Mr. the Gurey has. Yes, it's going to be completed because when we help him, Mr. Gurey doesn't want your money. Mr. Gurey doesn't want your the wealth. Mr. Gurey wants your moral support if you support him. So 101%, our NGO team is going to be completed. I always have. I don't have money. My pocket is empty. You can see. I don't have money. But I have a wish. I have my labor. Means my physical, the efforts that I can do, Mr. Gurey, that he is doing a nice job. And the guy like him in this country, that's why this country is stood up. And that's why we are here. If the guy like him, we can do something for the nation. And the most of the guys right in the selfish, like politicians, they are cheating with everyone. But here, Mr. Gurey has an ambition so different. And now, I'm telling you, on behalf of this, Mr. Gurey and me and my other friends, that no one's supporting Mr. Gurey right now. If someone supports him because they want to get his money, and that's it. But I'm here with Mr. Gurey because he is a really noble man. He did ask him and gave him 10,000 rupees. Few days back, one incident happened here in my colony. A lady who came to the vegetable market and she wanted to purchase a vegetable. She put the gas cylinder somewhere and someone stole her cylinder, unfortunately. And she was beating her kid, small kid. And she was crushing. She was beating. Mr. Gurey was there. And when he saw her and gonna ask her, ma'am, what happened to you? Then she told Mr. Gurey, Babuji, see, I don't have money. And if I back to home, my husband beat me because someone stole our cylinder. Mr. Gurey saw and heard and gave her the 500 rupee. On that day, Mr. Gurey had 200 rupee. He took 300 rupee from Santoshji and gave her. And next day, Mr. Gurey 300 rupee gave to Santoshji, who's a vegetable seller over there. So, you understand this, the guy. Means, a guy, he's a music teacher. We know that. He's a teaching, but not exposing himself. That's what I've done in the past. But I got today a chance to speak about him. So I want to tell you guys, Mr. Gurey is not a great teacher. He's a great man also. Because his noble work is still continuous. And he will do by his last breath. And I'm with him, Mr. Gurey. And I request to you that those who want to have Mr. Garay, he wants only moral supports. He wants only your words, your supports, and nothing else. A guy, he came the few years back with only 2,000 rupees in Delhi. How he built the studio, how he's attached with so many people, because this guy has something. That's why he's here. And that's why I'm here. And I'm speaking about it. Well, thank you, friends. This is my speech, not speech, it's a verse, a novel verse about Mr. Garay. And I'm going to conclude. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. It's something